Hi, how's it going? This is Dan from the European Personal Training Institute. So today's video we're going to be setting up your first autoresponder. So what is an autoresponder? So basically it's a way of collecting and storing your prospects' contact info. So I'll tell you, I'll just show you a couple of examples straight away, and then you can get an idea as I'm going through. So there's a couple of reasons we want to do this. One is to build a list of people that are interested in our product. So to give you an example, Bootcamp Gold Coast, I was going to be setting up here a couple of years ago. Didn't end up going up there, but I did set up a website, and as you can see here, it's ranking #1 for Bootcamp Gold Coast. And what I did was I just put an opt-in box in now. So basically, anyone types in Bootcamp Gold Coast into Google, they're going to be my website's going to be showing up up there on the top spots. And all I do is, and this is how I actually built so many. I went up to about 16 boot camps at one time. I've sort of scaled it down in the last couple of years because I'm working on other businesses. But you know, I got it up to 16 boot camps, and this is what I used to do. I used to basically rank a page in Google, showing you some of the stuff that I'm going to be showing over the course of this program. And then what I used to do is to just put an autoresponder, like an opt-in box in now, and collect their info. And then when I was ready, I would basically send out some kind of special offer to get them in. So for example, this page here, Bootcamp Gold Coast, you know, it's been up for probably about 3 or 4 years, and I've got thousands of people on this list. So if I ever went up to the Gold Coast and wanted to set up a boot camp up there, you know, I could hit a list of say 3,000 or 4,000 people that are already on my newsletter list, and you know, I could easily get 10 or 15 people and start my boot camp quite easily, and it won't cost me a penny. So that's one reason we would set up a collect people's information. So all it is there, and you're just getting their info. So you know, just have a basic offer. You know, the first 10 people to register will get a $1 2-week trial and a 50% discount off your first month. So it's just a way of getting their email address, and then we can follow up with them later when we're ready to set up. So that's one way of collecting their information. Another way I'll do it, I'm just going to see if it's going to pop up. It might not pop up on this page. So okay, this is one of my other websites. Okay, it's not going to show up just because if you go to your website within 7 days, it won't show up twice. So I'm just going to find you another example. Won't be a sec. Okay, so yeah, I just went to another website, and here is another example of collecting someone's email address. So you know, you can give them some kind of cheat sheet or guide or free report. So you know, if you're getting people for personal training, usually they're going to be interested in getting in shape, losing weight, or building muscle. Depends what your target market is. So you would create a bait specifically for your target market. You know, they would have to give you their email address to get the free report or free cheat sheet that goes into your database, and then you can market to them on a consistent basis after that. And then when they're ready to buy, you know, you've built up that trust, you've built up the relationship, and they're likely to choose you because they know who you are. So that's another way we use this email list as well. So that was just to give you 2 quick examples. And you can automate this process as well. So you know, for example, with Dangerously Fit, I've actually got about 3 years of emails that come through. So as soon as someone subscribes to my newsletter, you know, an email will be going out straight away, and then like on day 3, then day 5, then day 7, and then after that there's an email that goes out to them every week for about 3.5 years. So you know, oftentimes I'll check back when someone signs up for one of my programs, and just to see when they first heard about us or first asked for information, and it's been sort of 2-3 years beforehand. So they've stayed on my list, I've managed to market to them, and then when they're ready, you know, I'm front of mind, and they choose to train with our program over our competitions because we've got that relationship with them. So just wanted to give you a couple of examples there. So for today, we're going to be using, there's heaps of autoresponder services out there. There's a couple I like, and one of my favourites is Aweber. The reason I like Aweber is just really simple and easy to use, and they also have a 30-day trial as well. So if you want to jump in there and give it a go, you can just have a play around with it. You get 30 days before you need to pay, or if it doesn't work out for you, you can just cancel it. So I personally use Infusionsoft. I don't recommend them. Two reasons is it's expensive, especially as you get a bigger list. It does get very expensive, and the other one is it's very technical. It's a bit of a beast to use, and I've only figured out probably only to use about 10% of it. It's so huge and you don't need it. So for today's example, we're just going to use Aweber. So I'm just going to go over to their website now and create a account, and let's go to their website. Alright, so just going to click on the free trial here, and what I'll do is I'll fill in all my information. It's probably going to ask me for some contact info, and I will come back once I've filled in all any information and once I've got my account set up, and I'll see you on the other side in a sec. Okay, so I just created a free account, and I'll post a link to Aweber just underneath this video. So they'll email you the login and password, so you're just going to log in. It will also ask if you want to buy an ebook as well. You don't need to get that. Okay, just getting started. So we're just going to fill in a list. Okay, it's got my details there. Okay, list name, so this will just be, say, if you're going to send out for an ebook, or if you're doing a special offer for a new location, you would just put that in your list name. So when you come back into your account, you know which list it is, if you want to send out an email to that, broadcast to that list. Okay, just creating the list now. Okay, so I'm going to create the list. And then when you get to this line, you just want to turn this off. You don't need it. So you just leave that as it is, and then I'm just going to click approve and create. And then we're going to create your first sign up form. So you can just have a play around with this when you get some time. I'm just going to keep it real simple, just to keep this video pretty quick. But once you get in here, you can customize the web form as you like. You've got name and email. As a general rule of thumb, the more fields that you ask them to fill in, the less people that will do it. Okay, so if you've got like name, email, telephone number, comments, and a heap of other questions underneath, then you're going to get less people join your list. So just for the sake of trying to build as big a list as you can, I'll just keep it down to email, or at the very least name and email, and that's enough. So you can play in here, and you can customize it as you want. Really, the only thing we need is the HTML code. So I'm just going to go and grab that quickly. Okay. So we're just going to click straight through, save form. Okay, go to step 2, and then we would, okay, just going to name that form. Thank you page. This is where you can actually create a custom page, and this is what I normally do as well. So once people send you an inquiry or contact or join your list, then you can put a specific page in here, and you can have a welcome video or a message for them for that specific list. So if they're signing up for, to get your free report, you would create a specific page on your website here, and then this is where you would put your free report or cheat sheet. Okay, go through, go to step 3, and then save the form. Okay, just going to leave it a basic version at the moment. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to grab the piece of code, and that's all we're going to do for today. And in the next video, I'm going to show you how you can actually put a pop-up onto your website. So this is the code you need. So we're just going to copy and paste that, and we're going to put that into a text doc. Okay, and then once we go into the opt-in form, which I'll show you in the next video, that's where we put the piece of code. So that's it for today's video. So that's just a quick rundown of how to create an autoresponder series. And yeah, just have a play around in Aweber. I'll leave a link underneath this video. And yeah, that's it for today.